Just quickly, current Borussia Dortmund manager Edin Terzic has emerged as a replacement for under pressure Man United manager Erik Ten Hag, according to reports.
Yeah, I like him. I really like him.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he seems like a good manager. And, I mean, that would do wonders for Jadon Sancho, wouldn't it, if he gets that job, bringing him back.
What happens there?
It's well, no, you know what happens. He stays at Manchester United.
I don't think that Erik Ten Hag's going to go. I
think
just think that they would have done it by now, right?
No.
You've got the Euros coming up, so that means whatever manager's in charge of a club, they need to be looking at bringing new players in, and they're the players that are hopefully going to impress at the Euros.
The only thing I'd say is that the reason why we've not heard anything because they're looking for somebody, or they've got someone in mind, and he.
You must know by now.
I'm sure Erik Ten Hag knows whether he's surplus to requirements, but he's obviously not going to leak that yet, is he? But it will come out. I think Manchester United are looking for elsewhere.
I don't.
I do.
Well, surely it would have happened, right?
Let me ask you a question. Would you be gutted if he got the chap?
Got the sock?
If he got the sock and then got the chop?
Well, it depends who they
no,
come in.
No, forget that.
I think I think it's early days and he's onto something. And I just think every time you keep... Look at Chelsea, right? They were doing... I thought they were starting to find their feet under Pochettino. Boom, he's gone. They're back to square one.
You'd be gutted?
Yeah, I would be.
Okay.
I would be. Right? And I know it all depends who they get in. But, you know, I don't know too much about Edin Terzic, do you?
Yeah, good manager. Good manager. Yeah, Dortmund, I mean, done well with Dortmund. I know.
No, I know that, but I don't know too much about his playing style and his coaching staff.
But again, I think it's this emergence of new, younger coaches now. Do you know what I mean? We're going to start seeing names that we've not heard of, or maybe have got less experience. Right. But in 5 to 10 years' time, they're going to be like I'm not saying that of the level of Pep, Mourinho, these boys, but they're the next wave of manager. Do you know what I mean? I believe, anyway. Coach. Okay. It's not even manager, it's coach. Head coach.
It is coach. That's the difference, right? That's the difference. I just want to go back to what we were talking, only for a minute, about what we were talking about of managers now not being managers, they're just coaches and so on. Do you think that's where football's going? Do you think we'll soon see the end of the Peps and the Klopps? We've already seen the back of Wenger and Fergie. The manager that comes in and looks after everything, the players coming in, the players going out, contracts. Do you think that is a thing of the past soon? Yeah,
it seems that way. And we know football things swing around in roundabouts, don't they? They go full circle, don't they? It's like a generational thing, and then after a while it comes back. But I think certainly from now it looks like owners, they want the sporting director, they want the manager to solely focus on coaching the team. Now, I don't think necessarily it's a bad thing. I might want a centre. If I'm a manager, I might want a centre forward, and I might get really determined to get that one striker. Maybe I'm not open-minded, but if they can show me a centre forward, maybe that they've been watching for a while, that's in the same kind of mould, but maybe would be better suited for the team, then I've got to look at that, and I think that's what we're going to start seeing. That I think certainly if I know Erik Ten Hag had worked with Anthony really well, but with Kudus, I'd like to think someone would have gone, well, hold on, you want to spend that amount of money? Because it was after the Brentford game you got beat, he brought in Anthony, didn't he?
That's right.
You'd like to think someone would have said to him, I get what you mean with Anthony, but look what you can get for half the money.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. I read a report recently that he was quoted saying it wasn't him who decided the amount of money. He just said, this is the player I want. And then they went and got...
I get that, but surely someone would go, I understand that, but look at this guy's output. Do you know what I mean? So I do think sometimes managers, yes, they should have an idea or a position and a player in mind, but I don't think it should be like, I want that. But I don't think they should get fixated on just one player.
No, you're right, but we have seen it before. I remember we talked to Robbie Keane, right? Well, he went to Liverpool from Spurs. I can't remember who the Liverpool manager was at the time, but he didn't want him, and it didn't work there. He wouldn't play him.
No.
Managers got to believe in the player that comes in, right?
They do, but I just think with coaches now in big clubs, I think it's just the norm now. I think you can become so fixated on one player that you almost lose track of other options. You know what I mean? Like, no, I want that player. And then it becomes a battle between the board and yourself. Don't worry about all that. Just do what you're doing, coach, and then the rest will take care of itself.
So you think that's not necessarily the way we're going, which it is, but you think that's the right way we should be going?
Not so much the right way, but I just think, okay, for instance, Jurgen Klopp with Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
He was prepared to wait for him. Because Virgil van Dijk, he wanted him early, couldn't get him. He didn't go, do you know what, we need somebody. He was like, okay.
No, but what happens if Liverpool, the owners, would have said, well, we're just going to get you that centre-half?
He could have gone, well, I don't really want that.
They paid 75 million for him, right?
But I think about Jurgen Klopp and I think about the Liverpool board, like they're working in together. Because very rarely did they get, certainly under Klopp, I know there would be a few in their duds, but on the whole, I'd say 80% of Liverpool signings under Jurgen Klopp was successful.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.